Choose a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. Now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The Fuha stalk to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Knockdown. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Shoots off a fireball up close. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Feeling out the spacing. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Takes a trip. Pokes with a medium kick. Taps him with a shorty. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Stops the attack. Nice counter. Sends a clear message with that counter. Breaks the block with a throw. A quick breather. Don't put that away. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Grabs and throws them away. Going in? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Medium kick hits. One chance here may end this match. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Jumps up. Fuha there to give them even better returns on their investment. Both fighters are raring to go. Lots of Fuha banks and plenty of avenues to reconnect with the throw. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. All stocked up. Where's the Fuha gonna come into play? Knocked them out of the air. They just said, get that jumping out of here. Player 1 needs to win this out. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Fight burns out. Block super hard incoming. Dragon Last Blade cooks them up good. Checking with the fire. Will this super hard do anything? And it is on. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Oh, yo! Super hit. Excellent read. Noticeable life lead is impact squat. Player 2 is in a flatline zone. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Gets a risky button. Nice counter. What a clean counter. Maintains composure and pushes out its opponent. The Fuha stalk to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? Very solid corner swing. Solid combo. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Anything could happen here. Life lead opens up. Parries the projectile. Feeling out the spacing. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Smart play to stop the opponent. Sends a clear message with that counter. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a sight. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Somehow manages to block the jump in. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Lots of full-hop bends and plenty of avenues to race through. Player 1, don't put that away. Oh, here we go. Player 2 has got anti-air in the corner. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. All stocked up. Where's the willing to risk it for the overdrive? Player 2 is looking at a grim situation. Connects with the throw. Jumps back into the corner. What setup do they have? Both drops them. Jumps. This may turn into a big chance. Uses their drive gauge. Gets the perfect fireball range. What now? Medium kick. Getting up close and personal. Who's gonna take it? Risky medium kick. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Comes a new challenger.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Jet Li shuts out the jump. Stands firm and blocks the driver. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? How can they survive this badly timed burnout? Sticks the combo. Definitely answers the air attack. Life lead opens up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Jumps in. Anything could happen here. Player 1 can't use anymore. Finishes it with the anti-air. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Quick dashing. Checks them with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Changes things up with the overhand. Jumps up. There's a change of side. Steals back a chance. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. So brushes that off and keeps going. Flashes it. They exchange the Brosum. Going in. Dangerous range knocks them out of the air. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Life lead is there. Perfect execution with the anti-air. The kick hits. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Starts things off with a jump in. Sneaks in above. Quick dash. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Risky play, but it pays off. Player 1 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? Denied! Keeps cool and locks them out. Player one is putting the cherry on top. Spends it all on the super. Not shy, one hit about it. Player two still has burnout. Did they mean to do that? Dangerous range here. Anti-air in the clutch. What a read with that anti-air. Player one survived that tense mirror match.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Lots of aggression from both sides. Okay, they trade hits. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Overhead. The jump in is denied. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Renegade forward, baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Manages to block the jump KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Connects with medium kick. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player two kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Big opportunity now in this corner. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Jump, side switch in the corner. Oh, what's this? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Quick breather. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Jumps up, drops them. All in with a rush. Oh, combo. Let's go. Flying fireball. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player one can't let this simmer. They burn out, but they may have a plan here. Player one can't use any drive move. Flatlines them. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight round. Fight.
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Poke with a medium kick. Player one took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. All in with a rush. Pokes them and takes a swing. Throws them. Gets the corner swing. It might be some drops him hard. Take that guard away. He's maxed out. Great job, and there's a burnout. With super arc, this can lead to some big damage. Jumps in with the luminous. Noticeable life lead. Is the comeback still possible? Drive rush. Yo, cut that boy off. He's had too much. Dangerous range here. Close range projectile. Things are very tense as it rushes in. Takes them up. Player one can't use any drive moves. Whoa! Critical arc out. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Get down and shut up. They are done. Player two was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Chokes him and takes a swing. Shows immediate they were right to be on guard there. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Blocks the ambiguous toss-up. What's the play here? Player two in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast him? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? They break forward to pressure the opponent. Was looking for that jump attack. There's a wall spot. They can't do anything now. Knockdown. They need to rely on their instincts here. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in there. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Fight!
Immediate jump in. Blocks it. Grabs him. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Both fighters springs forward with the drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Max S.A. Gage hits him with a stopping block. Blocks the impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. From upstairs. Quick breather. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Super Art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Zones with the fireball. Reads the jump in perfectly. In a forward rush. Taking chunks out of each other. This is out the cage right there.
This is our destiny.
Will this be enough to kill?
Gets got.
Flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game teams. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Grabs them. Well-timed corner switch. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Impacts and no blow. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Combo with the target combo. Hits him with his free flow. Flush that off and keeps going. This stun might mean the end of this round. Player 2 is gonna have to wait. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 takes the round.
We could have really hurt Kevin playoff chances yesterday.
Fight!
We blew it.
Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Jacks him with the projectile. G-Bar kick for a mix-up. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Super Art on deck for both fighters. How they approach this situation. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Going in. Player just goes for it at this range. Closing it out with a Super Art finish. Nice and clean. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps up. That's just started. It's anyone. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What's next? Player 2 can't use drive. Springs forward with the drive rush. There's a burnout. Knockdown and player 2 drive rush to keep it going. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this big burnout, but they may have a plan here. Player 1 is in a fit. Oh my god, what a throw test! Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. And they burn out in sync. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Player 1 is looking at a Grim Jutsu anti-air in the clutch. Pumps the brakes on the impact. These guys are not giving each other any time to breathe. Both sides getting ready. You'll cut that boy off. He's had too much. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Throws! What's next? Dangerous range here. Pops him hard. Noticeable life lead is a comeback willing to risk it for the overdrive. Whoa, but you're grounded. Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. No good up high. Player one has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player one has them legit shook in the corner. What's the play here? Burnout is triggered. Player 2 may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance with a full drive gauge to tap into. Blows them. What's next? They can't keep KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Gets the jump, experiencing burnout. Still scrapping for control of the space. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Vertical rolling attack. Get out of here. Player 1 needs to use the correct knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Gets the KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Will we see our fighters fill each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Charges in with the sword. Great work finding the opening. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Opt for the throw to close it out. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Their spacing is so on point, but who's gonna blink first? Genius read! Jeez, how can they read each other so well? There's a change of sides. Medium kick hits. Oh, burnout triggered. Medium kick. Connects with the throw. Looking for a chance. The overhead denied. Player 2 can't use and pumps the brakes on the impact. This is a critical moment. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Trouble from up top. Closes it out. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Jump in finds the mark. Still slugging it out here. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage.
Nice
In a
win.
dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. And the throw ends the round. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Got their eye on the air. Takedown. Jumps. Throws him. What's next? That throw will do some good damage. Still slugging it out at this range. A quick breather. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. They return to center stage. Springs forward with the drive rush. Denies the jump in. Player 1 expect the tempo of the match to change. Taking chunks out of each other here. The Jinrai. Medium kick. Close range. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Dashes forward. Drive rush to keep it going. But this can lead to some big damage. Ooh, you never know what can happen. Both absolutely refusing to give up. Nothing stops this train. There's a drive attack. Maximum. There's a burnout. Things are looking very bleak. Burns out. Crowns him from above. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Close range projectile. Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. They're recovered. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? They can't get hit. Closes it out. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. That's a counter. Pokes with a medium kick. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Throws them down. Was well in range to score the throw. The jump in catches them. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Knockdown. Oh god, this is tense. Still slugging it out at this range. Attempts to break the chain. Oh. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jump. Medium kick hit. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 1 ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Big super hard hit. It's on. There's a change of side. A quick breather. Looking to impress with this season. There's money, don't get no money. Spins it all in a Shinryu Ripper. Player 2, were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Amazing! What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Quick medium poke. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Zones with the fireball. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Springs forward with the drive rush. Oh, the throw connects. That throw will do some good damage. Brushes that off and keeps going. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Ooh, what a smart throw. What's next? Clutch, anti-air. What are they gonna do? Goes to the air. The jump in is denied. Both sides, drive rush! Great job in escaping that corner. This can lead to some big damage. Player 2 needs to use their drive moves to have any chance of a comeback. The super hit is gonna be enough to kill. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us be round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Blocks the jump in. Knockdown. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. That drive impact doesn't get through. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Fires off in overdrive. Gets the jump in. Shows a medium kick. Trying to lead each other here? Alright, what's coming up next? Player 1 closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff.
Round 2.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Fantastic reaction. Yo, put that away. What a clean counter. There's a wall spot. They can't do anything now. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. They back the opponent. How will they utilize it? Both uses the gauge for a super arm. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. Player springs forward with the drive rush. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump. Reads the jump in perfectly. Are we going to see a comeback here? Hits the drive. Good parry. Barely blocks the jump in. Hits that with nothing. This is going to kill. No doubt about it. Sit down and shut up. Closes it out. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell them what's good.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. That's a counter. Blocks the impact. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground games. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 chases them down. Neither of them willing to back off. Heading into the end game now. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Medium kick hits. Anything could happen here. Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping at this range. Going in, this is the ideal range. Brushes that off and keeps rolling. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Knockdown and sneaks in above. Can they create an opportunity for themselves? Yo, put that away. What'll happen here? Oh. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Checking their reactions with a fireball. Shows the medium kick. Goes for the jump in. Both fighters have a full. There's a burnout. Player 1 is in a very good anti-air in the punch. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with a rare chance here. They gotta do something. Okay, here we go. Taking chunks out of each other here. plenty of health. Close that off. Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Come on now.